Hello, welcome to a tutorial on how to add custom users. Some examples of custom users that we will review are how to add a user that has compliance access so that they can come in and submit compliance requests like fundraiser requests. We will also review how to set up a user with custom permissions to be able to use the Stripe reader for point of sale through the GiveBack's point of sale app. And we'll also discuss how to set up a user that needs to have access to the fundraising platform. To add a user, you'll simply navigate over to the left to your tools and you'll come down to the settings option. When we expand the settings option, we'll then click on admin roles. When we click on admin roles, this is going to bring us to a list of all admins that have been added to your school or your organization. And if you want to add a new admin, then we can simply click on the blue New Admin button in the right-hand corner, and this will allow us to add a new admin to our site. So you'll simply put in that person's first name, last name, email address. We can click on the notify contact by email to let them know that they've been added, and then we click on the drop down for permissions. If you give someone admin access, then they will have full access to your GiveBack site. And so for this example, we want to select custom. And for the first example that we'll discuss, we're going to give someone access to the compliance module because maybe this is a teacher or a sponsor that needs to be able to submit fundraiser requests. So they only need access to the compliance module. So in that scenario, you would come to the compliance option and you would click the edit button. And this would give this user access to be able to log in and submit compliance documents. When they log in under your tools, they'll only see the compliance manager and be able to navigate to that part of the system. So for compliance access, we'll simply click edit under the compliance option, and then we'll create that user. If we wanted to give someone access to be able to pull up the GiveBack's point of sale app to be able to accept in-person credit card payments, then that user would need access to orders. So we would click off edit for orders and edit for store products. So for GiveBack's point of sale, they would need edit on orders and store products. The last example that we'll discuss is maybe you have a teacher or a sponsor that needs access to the fundraiser module because they're going to be able to go in and set up their own fundraisers in that part of the system. So in that example or scenario, you would come to the fundraisers option and you would click edit for that. Once you select their custom permission, you can also add a personalized message if you would like for them to receive that message once they've been created. That's totally optional. And then you'll simply click the create button. So the user Katie that we are creating will have access to the fundraising module. So I'll click create. Now that user has been created, I'm going to simply close out this tab and we can see that Katie is here in our list as admins with custom permissions now. If we need to make changes to Katie's custom permissions, then we can click on her name in the grid and this will pull up her settings and we could come in and we could make changes. So maybe she actually is not supposed to have fundraisers, she needs to have compliance. So we can simply make that change and click save, and we can also delete this user if we needed to. So adding users from your site is a very simple process, and we hope that this tutorial was helpful.